all going to be all right. Well, as the months went on, it wasn't all right, and I was running out of whatever money I had, and wasn't able to pay my credit cards, and I don't know, at some point, I guess after gaining 20 pounds too, which was the big wake up for me, because I don't like excess body weight. And I have to admit that was part of the reason which made me start to think about weaning myself off of this medication. So when I started weaning myself off, it was almost like these veils were being peeled away. And I was able to look at my relationship, which wasn't there, really didn't exist. My career, which was no longer existing. And with my career, I started getting very idealistic. And I only wanted to work on things after working on an MGM movie called What's the Worst That Could Happen. I wanted to be working on film projects that had more integrity, at least creative integrity, or where I could be in a position where I could contribute more creatively, which meant low-budget movies. And being in my little idealistic, blissed out state, I didn't realize that I can't really say I was being... My idealism romanticized the whole process, and all I did was help other people make their movies, basically. Not that they didn't appreciate it, and not that I didn't get paid or compensated, but it really had nothing to do with me. Even because I started turning down bigger, higher paying work to work on these low budget things, and that was rather silly because my expenses couldn't be covered by the low budget work. And so the veils started coming off as I started coming back off the Selexa 5 milligrams at a time, back off. You know, so I gained 20 pounds, lost my credit, had wasted like over a year in a relationship that really was really bad for me, like a major step backward. And I don't know, when I finally came fully off the Sellexa, it was like I was so stressed out that any good it might have done was totally like destroyed, because I had destroyed, my life was like in ruins. I mean, in a very materialistic sense, I suppose. I mean, I still had my health and a lot of things to be grateful for, but a lot of things that I felt the Selexa was really good at keeping me working at, like all the mainstream things, like being a good worker, you know, being a good consumer, being in bad relationships and just going along with it. All the dysfunctional things in our society I had become part of on the antidepressant. So that when I came off of it, I was like freaked out. It was like, what did I do with my life? Like, what did I do? I don't know. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe the trouble I was in, like, just in basic survival, like, on a survival level. Never mind that my heart had been, like, you know, once again, majorly broken.
Wow.
And my mind had been fucked with.
Wow.
So, I realized that antidepressants are kind of insidious. And I don't... Maybe because I wasn't seeing a psychotherapist, and I probably should have been, I didn't really get the benefits of it, if there are any. I think that, in my mind, that they help people conform. And that's what I was doing. I was conforming to something in a way of being that I thought maybe that's the way I should be. And making some really bad decisions. And thinking that it was okay. And that's something that I wouldn't have done. Or, you know, I never really was like that ever in my life. And that's what really scared me. As stop for a minute? Because I don't know if